As the name suggests, a discovery tool allows you to discover configuration items and IT infrastructure in order to map dependencies within your IT environment. This information feeds into your CMDB and is then made available to internal consumers. An easy analogy for a discovery tool is to think of it as taking an X-ray of your IT environment before you operate via change and configuration management. The better quality of discovery tool that you employ, the higher resolution X-ray you will have of your IT environment. There are multiple methods of discovery available today, including agentless or agent-based, which we will cover in detail later in the presentation. While discovery tools and CMDB technology have been available for some time, their necessity is only growing in importance as the IT operations landscape becomes continually more complex, particularly around cloud migration. Let's take a brief look at a few recent statistics. For example, Gartner estimates more than 80% of mission-critical IT outages result from a lack of coordination between change and configuration management processes. This is squarely in the realm of discovery and CMDB. Further, the amount of private enterprises at the enterprise level using private cloud grew 9% in 2015. DevOps also continues to grow. And what I found astounding was the lack of resources for cloud migration was the #1 challenge for cloud users in 2016, being able to map your IT landscapes before you migrate to the cloud. This also is an issue squarely involving your CMDB and discovery tool. Before diving into applications of discovery tools, I think it's relevant to look at the simplified internal HPE view of how discovery tools support a variety of IT operations. Looking first on the left-hand side, HPE Universal Discovery captures database information through agentless, agent-based, passive discovery, or a hybrid mix of these types, and standardizes this data before inserting it into the CMDB to limit discrepancies. It's important to note that we call our discovery tool Universal Discovery because it's specifically designed to find as many types of configuration items out there as possible, not simply ones from HPE. Once these CIs are discovered, standardized, and entered into the CMDB, automated service modeling is used to create service models of the vast frameworks of CIs. This is a process that was once manual and could take weeks to complete and can now be done in a number of hours. Once organizational CIs have been found, standardized, and mapped, they are ready to support the many different operations within an organization, which we'll talk about next. First, we have monitoring and service impact modeling. This is a more traditional CMDB use case. Clients today need to realize more than just the value for monitoring by combining triggers with HPE UD to discover the complete service impact of their business services. By connecting all the dots to this picture, a complete view into the cost of service impact is realized. Next, we have security operations. This is a rapidly growing use case given the amount of threats that enterprise businesses face today. And the CMDB is used to map threats to CIs across an organization and spot trends, allowing for quicker identification and mitigation of these threats across the organization. Next, we have integrated service management. This is also a somewhat traditional CMDB use case, and in order to effectively operate IT processes governed by their service manager tool, customers need accurate and current information about their logical and physical infrastructure and those application dependencies. We also have cloud services discovery. This is what I was talking about when I referenced the recent statistics earlier. Cloud usage is only growing. Keeping pace with the holistic view required for today's private and public IT environments is now possible with HPE Universal Discovery and UCMDB as they provide insight to the linkages for private clouds and public clouds, regardless of the web, database, app tier, and where they reside. This can even be in Amazon Cloud, for example. We also have data center transformation. The days of doing manual move group analysis are basically over with Universal Discovery and UCMDB, as they are leveraged together to complete the IT environment for a data center transformation or a move initiative. This reduces costs and impact at the same time by leveraging accurate and up-to-date information. Finally, we have software license optimization. Software license audits are becoming increasingly common and increasingly costly, and users need verified data to prove that they are neither under or over deploying the enterprise software. HPE Universal Discovery brings the value of deep discovery into software compliance, and when integrated with HPE Asset Manager, and especially so when a major software license audit team comes knocking, you can ensure that you are compliant and using your licenses effectively. So those are the 6 key use cases we'd like to highlight. I'm now going to hand it over to Laura to do a quick poll to see how you and the audience are using your discovery tools today.